Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. Well, today, as you can see, we are working on that pink tree and the planet thing. Yeah. So I have picked a color and I'm just going with it. It's 718 and yeah, that's what we're working with today. So, how's everybody doing? It's Thursday, kind of a drippy day. It started out kind of drizzling rainish today, and now the sun is out. So, we'll see how long that lasts. It's supposed to get to 60 some degrees, so we'll see. We will see how well that goes, because right now it's about 35 degrees out there, so hence that's why I'm wearing my hoodie again. Might give up. Yep, springtime, but I just want it to be an even temperature. But it wasn't too bad yesterday. It was kind of cloudy-ish and at work, but I mean, the sun was out and then it wasn't, and it was out and it wasn't, but nothing real terribly bad. I mean, it didn't rain, it didn't do anything, so yeah. Thought I'd get this in my hand and maybe I could see what I was doing. It's a pretty fuchsia-like color, but I just thought I'd start with a bright color. Now this is going to have some confetti in the end, I mean, as far as it goes, because whenever you've got leaves and tree blossoms and stuff like that, oh yeah, it's exciting as hell. So it just has to have some kind of confetti. Worked last night on my butterfly one, you know, the one with about, what is it, 6 butterflies on it. So I about got one side of that one butterfly I was working on done, but I was just fried after I got home. We had the order yesterday, but they had it 95% done by the time I got there. So I didn't have to do much, but they also had a lady there that was putting a new schematic in the store. Does that make sense? She was rearranging the shelves. That's what that actually means. So we had her doing her thing and us trying to put stuff away, and then she'd move stuff. Oh, it was great. Yeah, so by the time I got home last night, I was pretty well fried. Oh, I got to itch. So I didn't feel like doing nothing. I had out beef and noodles. I got out of the freezer because I wasn't about the cooking thing at 9-10 o'clock at night. So yeah, oh goodness gracious. So there's no plans for today, since it's all wet and drippy, and it still kind of looks like hell over the mountains, if you will. So no sense in going up there. Oh, heck. I'm trying to get you as close as I possibly can without running off the thing. So I didn't even get to work on Louisa Cullimore last night. I was like, oh, that's just way too much for my brain today. So we will see. I'm trying to make sure that there's no other symbol. Okay. Making sure I was doing the right symbol. Bring it back out. There you go. Sometimes it gets so close it just gets blurry. And I'm sorry. We'll find a happy medium sooner or later. But it's so much easier stitching on this 11 count than that 14 count. Or it counted, because I wasn't about the counting thing. Oh my God, this whole week has been just totally kind of messed up. Not week, but work week, we'll call it that. Because one day we got a new screen on the, what do you call it? On the, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my deal. My little sunflower. I use it all the time. It holds all the needles, and I threaded all the needles ahead of time today. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh my God. So we got a new screen. Maybe that was Tuesday. That might have been Tuesday. Monday, it went along okay, but Tuesday and Wednesday just sucked. So, yeah. I hate getting new computer crap. It's like, now I gotta learn how to do something else. Holy cow. Well, you saw how I was when I got my phone and the camera all at the same time. That didn't go over well. So, yeah, it takes me a moment just to figure out I'm doing it right. I have an old brain here. I mean, I worked for companies back in the day when I was like 25 to 30, and I was doing hand posting. That'll tell you how far I've come. Or an old-fashioned cash register, you know, when I worked for Kmart. Oh, God. Yeah, I made the mistake of working for Kmart back one Christmas. Never again. In the jewelry department, no doubt, right? Yeah, let's just make it difficult. God, that was a horrible job. Then after Christmas was over, they let everybody go. Not everybody, but 3/4 of the staff, because they didn't need that much help. They just needed help during Christmas. Yeah. Stupid job. That's back when I was working 3 jobs. I'm telling you. No, those days are long gone. Oh, God. I'm glad I don't have to work that hard anymore. It would just be the end of me. Just relax. I do have some things I gotta do, like errands I gotta run today, but short of that, we're not gonna get too carried away. I'm still going to my daughter's house on Saturday for our diamond painting party. And I got going the wrong direction. Dagnabbit. Let's see here. Holy cow. You'd think that there was a lot of material here, but it's just stiff as a board here. I can't get it going. The symbols are nice and easy to see, though. That's a plus. A real plus. That's what I love about 11 count. You absolutely see what you're doing. It's like 14 count to me is kind of how much of a challenge do you want today? So I pick and choose my moments. I do 14 count. But I did leave the fish and the butterflies out, and that, oh, it's called the messenger, but it's a bluebird drink. Yeah, I left them out to work on them. And that way I have them right there and stitch on them, you know, at will. I do have to get Peter Rabbit out. He got lost in the shuffle. Because I really like to do some more on Ed. Because it's getting closer. I wish I had 12 arms. I could work on 6 different projects. Wouldn't that be nice? We'd all look kind of funny with all our cross-stitching and diamond painting and doing housework and 9 other things. I don't know. Just saying. I really like this pink. I don't think I've ever worked with this color. This one, I've had shades of this color. But it sure is pretty. It'll be interesting to see how it all comes together. I did want to start with one of those turquoise blues, but it's all in the middle of this cross stitch. It's where the, like the moon, and then you got the tree coming this way, and then it's sky. But it's a little bit further down, so I just opted for this one. Oh, my daughter did say that place that she likes to go won't be officially opened until Memorial Day weekend. So I was talking to somebody. I'm going to tie this together, trust me. I was talking to one of the customers the other day, and they were saying there was a lot of elk out, and they're doing the elk the elk are doing their migration through this area. And Amber said on that site, that's my daughter, sorry, that that is part of that area where the elk migrate through. So that's why they have it closed off, you know, until the end of May. So, yeah. Oh, I made a whole complete story. Wow. I'm telling you, some days. But, yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. We've never, oh, maybe from a distance, I mean a good distance, maybe 10 miles away. I don't know. I have no concept of length. You know what I mean? But we've seen the elk, like, out in a field. But it was, like I say, a good 10 miles away from us. We could see them all there when we lived in Leadville. Because there's some flat open area in between here and Leadville where they come through. So I could see how that area that she goes to, my daughter goes to, is part of that swath, do you know what I mean, of land where they migrate through. I don't know. But we have yet to go out and see any elk anywhere. I mean, at all. We've seen deer, and we did see that moose I think it was last year. Could have been the year before. I think it was last year. So that was pretty cool, but usually you don't see them because they're staying away from where people are at. Whoops. Okay, let's do this way. Let me just flip this. And hopefully I'll get everybody going in the right direction. it'll be easier than hanging on to that wad of material. It's not a whole lot, it's just that it's stiff, and after a while it starts to hurt my hand. So, usually I don't have it all rolled up like that when I'm the one working on it. So, yeah. It goes a whole lot different. It's stiff enough to do in hand, but my counted cross stitch material is 100 times softer than this. So that's why I have to put it in a hoop. I don't use a Q-snap. And I don't use a scroll. What do you call it? Scroll frame? Is that what it's called? Yeah, no, because I have no place to sit where that's even comfortable to sit for hours upon hours. Frankly, people got to have way better backs than me, because it just absolutely tears me up. I thought diamond painting was bad. Oh my lord. Yeah, nope. The couch is too low, the thing is too high, and it won't adjust down. It's just not comfortable. I suppose if I'd spend $400 or $500 on a K frame or whatever, those fancy dancy ones, it'd have like an arm and it would just come right in front of me and you could adjust it to whatever size. No. But I don't do much up and down stitching. I prefer to use the sewing method. It works better for me. And I realize I could probably get my material on that scroll thing, what do you call it? Kind of loose enough, not so taut. Yeah, because I'm not about that. I couldn't even do my beaded cross stitch on that silly frame. So, yeah, I haven't done that in a while. It's like, how much aggravation do you want? Because it's a little different than doing cross stitch and then keeping track of beads. Yeah. That's why you don't get a lot of those videos. Just doesn't work for me. I gotta be in the total mood to do it, so. It's beautiful when it's done. But, yeah. Sure is pretty. I don't know if that's the brightest pink or what, but we'll just be working one thread at a time, one color. I'm not doing all of this color at all. That never happens, because it's like how many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop? No, Laura can't deal. Nope. Just get it done. Yeah. So I've learned that lesson through thread. Just do one thread, because I get tired of looking at the same color. I want to see how all the other colors are going to play into it. So it's about all I can do to get through one whole thread before I got to change threads. Yeah. I don't know if that's OCD or ADHD, but yeah. It's one of those things, I'm sure. Because it just doesn't work for me. Sitting here stitching and thinking, I wonder what I'm going to have for dinner. I have not a clue. So, I have some options, but nothing, whoops, that don't go there. Nothing is popping up and saying, it's this kind of day, it's that kind of day. No. So, we'll see. No grandiose plans. Oh my goodness. All right, got through that. It's looking pretty already. Now to add all the other shades. I know it doesn't look like you did any more than 10 or 12. But it's all scattered through there. Oh, goodness. That was the nice thing about working on, whoops, I lost my needle. Working on the 14 count, because, and those small, whoops, wrong. Smaller ones, sometimes you only have to use the thread once. So it made you really feel like you were accomplishing something. And it was very easy to just pick a thread and possibly just finish with that thread, you know. So far I've had plenty of thread left over on whatever I'm working with, you know, to do that entire symbol. So I kind of like that part. That was kind of nice. Maybe I'll get out that, what do you call it? Magnifying light thing today. And work on that 18 count koi. I got a 16 count coming from someplace and I can't, in my life, I got nothing. I don't know who it's coming from. So I'd like to lay the 18 count fabric next to the 16 count to see how much of a difference there is, because I've never had a kit that was in a 16 count. And I was at some store and they even had 9 count. Now the only time I think I've had 9 count was when I was doing the beaded cross stitch from, oh my god, it was from AliExpress. I can't think of the name. Matrishka Lovely store. Or I don't know that that's how you say it, but that's how I've been saying it. Where I got the big plastic beads. They were probably an 1/8 of an inch. They were big. You know, but they were made out of plastic. They're very nice. That's what that tiger's on. So that I've never cross-stitched it. I guess it's where I was going with that whole conversation. So we'll see. But, and I don't know. I mean, I could understand getting one of those kits. It'd be good for a beginner or somebody that was a child. You know, I don't know. And you use like 4 strands, maybe 6. I got nothing. I remember reading about it, but I don't know. I've never seen kits in that big of a thing. Count. Or, yeah. So, I got nothing. I got nothing. Well, I hope I can get this video out by 1 o'clock. We're going to try. I sat there like I didn't get up till 8 when my daughter called. And then we just talked on the phone for like 2 hours. So, yeah. And I'm still tired. Just pooped. Too much brain stress this week. Nothing new on the cat. She's still playing her hide and seek game. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm all over the place today. All right. Come out of there. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be about it today. Let me get this working. I'll go down. There we go. Then we can see what kind of progress we did make. But look how it's just kind of here, there, everywhere. Then we'll pick the next color and work on that. Maybe I can get the top part of this tree, like within a certain area, done. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.